Ladies and gentlemen, the rot has a name. The Spoiled Syndicate is rising.
Funki Fungi did not build the Spoiled Syndicate. He found the people who were already broken, and he gave them a name. He had been walking through ruined places for 3 weeks. He was not lost. He was shopping.
Tonight I find the first of mine. Dairyville thinks it has heroes. What it has is 8 people who found each other by accident. I did not find my people by accident. I grew them. And what I grow does not stop growing. They cannot capture what they cannot hold, and they cannot hold a man who is also a cloud.
The aging caves of Cheddarville, untouched for 2 centuries, sacred to the cheesemakers, and sacred to one man in particular, who had spent 10 years alone here, deciding that the world outside had earned what was coming to it.
200 years they have ripened here in peace, and in 2 hours your peace will end. The same process. Most people never understand that. Every empire that has ever fallen was simply ripening.
Mozzarogue, the cheesemaker priest. They told me you went mad 10 years ago. I think it is the most honest room in Dairyville. Everything else in this city pretends. This cave simply waits.
I did not go mad. I learned the truth they would not teach. Cheese is born of decay. Civilization is rot dressed up in flowers. I believe it is already happening. I am simply accelerating the natural process.
Brother, I have been looking for you my entire life. Dairyville has 6 dairy processing plants. In 30 days, none of them will be operational. The Dairy Alliance will scramble. They will look for a general to fight, and they will find nothing. Because I will not be in any one place, I will be everywhere, in the walls, in the air, in the food supply. They cannot capture what they cannot hold. The people are the point. I do not want to avoid their attention. I want them to watch. Every city in the world is watching Dairyville right now. What they see here becomes the template.
The moment their hands met, something sealed. A faith. Funki Fungi had his first disciple, and Mozzarogue, the man who had been alone with 2 centuries of ripening cheese and a philosophy no one wanted to hear, finally had an audience.
The abandoned slaughterhouse on Route 11 had been empty for 6 years. The city had forgotten about it. Funki Fungi never forgot places where something had been broken. Broken places were where his best recruits lived.
Who walks in my place? Who walks here?
My name is Funki Fungi. This is Mozzarogue. We are building something that this city has never seen. And we need someone who understands what this city is capable of doing to a person.
Dairytech promised overtime. Then they promised severance. Then they ran the experiment anyway. Said I signed the waiver. I did not sign any waiver. I had a name. I had a son. They took both. Was a man. Dairytech took job. Job took body. Now I am this. What do you want, Mushroom Man? And do not say revenge. Revenge is a small word for what I carry.
I want to give you the people who turned you into this. I know their names. I know their addresses. I know which 3 executives signed off on the experiment that became you, and I know where they sleep. And then, after that, I want to give you a chair at the table that decides who else gets turned. No more experiments run on men who signed nothing. No more dairy tech. No more any of it. Not in Dairyville, not in any city we reach. And we will reach many cities. When this is over, you go to this world as whatever you are. The world will have changed enough by then that whatever you are will not be the strangest thing in it.
Dairy Demon was not stupid. He had been a foreman once. He managed 12 people. He understood leverage, betrayal, and chain of command better than most men who had offices. He took exactly as long as he needed.
The Dairy Alliance will try to stop us. They will call us monsters. They will say we are the villains of this story. They will not be entirely wrong, and they will not be entirely right. But they will be in our way. I will eat what you give me, every last one of them.
Then eat well. We begin in 3 days. Dairyville has 6 dairy processing plants. In 30 days, it will have none. And the heroes will be watching from rooftops, wondering how a mushroom man moved faster than they could run.
The disused subway tunnel had been growing the right kind of mushrooms for 3 months. Funki Fungi had seeded them himself. He believed, as he believed most things, that if you prepare the right environment, the right people will find their way in.
They had been living there for 11 days, feeding on the glow, changing, waiting without knowing what they were waiting for. The moment Funki Fungi walked in, they knew.
Rust cap, gas spore, shroom shock, rot root, spore blast, mush melt, spill cap. The Dairy Alliance has names too. 8 names. I know all 8. I know their roots, their habits, their weaknesses. More importantly, I know the one thing they do not yet know about me, that I can become the air in the room they are standing in. They cannot fight what they cannot see.
Boss, tell me which wall to break. I've been waiting for a wall worth breaking. I have been in this tunnel for 2 weeks, waiting. The air here, I improved it. The city's power grid. I've already mapped it. 6 substations. I can take them all in 40 seconds if that's what you need. 40 seconds. I am already in the foundation of the Alliance warehouse, 3 feet down. I have been listening to their meetings. The woman, Sandra, she is close to figuring out the pattern. She is very close. Range, 400 meters. Payload per burst, enough to fog a city block. Recharge, 90 seconds. I have been saving up 11 months. I dissolve things, doors, vaults, evidence, whatever needs resolving. Give me an hour. Give me 20 minutes if you're not fussy about the door frame. I already been to the Alliance warehouse last Thursday. They got a loose board on the east side. Real nice place.
3 leaders, 7 soldiers, 10 figures in the dark. The Spoiled Syndicate was complete. and not one of them had been recruited with a weapon. Every single one had been recruited with a truth.
Let the dairy heroes have their warehouse and their friendships and their songs. We do not need songs. We need silence. And we will spread until even the songs they sing are about us. They have 8 people who found each other by accident. We have 10 who were built for purpose. They have a green man who can lift a beam. We have a man who can bring down a building from its roots, from inside the ground, while the green man is still looking at the door. They will come for us. They will try to contain us, cage us, name us villains. And when they do, I will become 1,000 spores and slip through the bars. I will become a cloud above their heads. I will become the floor beneath their feet. They cannot fight what they cannot hold. They cannot hold what does not have a single shape. In 30 days, Dairyville changes. In 60 days, the world is watching. In 90, we are the story they tell their children, not as a warning, as a fact.
"17 miles away, Sandra Swiss had not slept in 31 hours. She was at the wall again. Pins, threads, photographs, timestamps. Something in the pattern was almost speaking to her. She almost had it.
2 attacks, both in factories with chemical vats. Both at night, no witnesses, no security footage. Like the attacker went in as something that couldn't be filmed. Workers found the next morning and couldn't remember seeing a person. They remembered a smell. He's not just attacking, he's recruiting. Both sites had workers who went missing after and turned up changed. He's using the attacks to find candidates.
How do you know it's recruitment and not just damage? Maybe the missing workers just ran. He's been doing this longer than we've been a team.
Because I would. If I had a plan this size, I wouldn't waste the chaos. Every explosion is also a talent search. You find the people the accident changed, and you make them an offer before anyone else does. We need to find the next target before he does.
Neither of them saw it. One spore, invisible, purposeful, patient, drifted through the high warehouse window on a breath of night air. It found Sandra Swiss the way things that are meant to find you always do, without effort, without announcement, and without mercy.
Sandra, you said he went into those buildings as something that couldn't be filmed, like a gas, like a mist. We've been thinking of him as a person who has mushroom powers. What if he's something else? What if he's not always a person?
Then neither are we.
The Spoiled Syndicate has risen, 10 of them, each a different shape of wrong, each with a different purpose, each personally recruited by the most dangerous mind Dairyville has ever failed to take seriously. And now, a single spore, smaller than a thought, has drifted into the heart of the Dairy Alliance itself. Sandra Swiss has found the pattern. But has the pattern already found her? Same cheese time, same cheese channel.